I think Kody Brown needs to repair his relationship with his kids more than ever after Sister Wives Season 19. He has too much to lose. Sister Wives Season 19 has been a game changer for the entire Brown family, and after watching recent episodes, I think Kody Brown needs to repair his relationship with his children as quickly as possible. While Kody, who spent the last 30-plus years married to his original trio of wives, has been adamant that he doesn't want to extend an olive branch to the estranged kids in his family, it's time to mend fences. Throughout Sister Wives Season 19, viewers have seen Kody moving through some of the toughest times of his life, but his children haven't been there supporting him. With Kody, who was married to Cristin Brown, Janelle Brown, and Mary Brown for years before meeting his only remaining wife Robin Brown, choosing to remain stoic about how he feels when it comes to his kids' disinterest, the family patriarch has made a baffling decision. Kody's 18 children, who come from all four of his former and current wives, range in ages, lifestyles, and levels of interest in engaging with him. While some are still maintaining a relationship, others have stopped engaging with him completely over the years, and with Kody hurt by everything, it's time for a change. Throughout the run of Sister Wives, Kody's relationships with his kids have been all over the map. While some earlier seasons saw Kody and his children able to come together peacefully, the kids were much younger and didn't realize the extent of Kody's behavior. Throughout their young lives, Kody's kids with Cristin, Janelle, and Mary have all come to understand more about their parents, realizing that they've made mistakes and had tough times over the years. While some of those mistakes have been forgiven, others remain an issue in the Brown family overall, and Kody's behind the majority of them. In recent years, Kody's issues with his older kids have become far more difficult as he's poured his love and attention into his children with Robin and withheld it from others. The majority of the issues behind Kody's strained family relationships comes from the fact that he's chosen to put his kids from his original trio of wives on the back burner while spending time with his kids with Robin. Consistently not showing up or choosing them, Kody's had problems justifying his behavior over the years and has ultimately tried to make the kids look like they're the real issue. While I expected Sister Wives to give Kody a different edit throughout its currently airing season, things have been fairly honest about his behavior and the way his children are reacting towards it. Though Kody himself was given a bit more of a victim edit than expected earlier in the season, things have slowly been changing on the show. As Kody has learned more about the problems his children are facing, especially when it comes to feeling like he doesn't care for them or pay them attention, he's seemed to realize that he has more opportunity to fix the problem. Though he hasn't taken steps forward to do so, Kody's portrayal on Sister Wives has been interesting to watch as he's learned more about what's going wrong in his life. Instead of finding himself struggling to understand what's happening or place blame, Kody's been shown to want to be more attentive with his family, bringing his children back into the fold as he rebuilds after his difficult divorces. While Kody may be struggling overall, it's been clear that his relationships with his kids are some of the toughest losses for him to swallow, and seeing that on screen has helped. Watching Kody begin to realize that things need to change was a good start, and now that Sister Wives has reached the point where Garrison Brown's passing has come to light, it's possible that he could be motivated to make an even bigger change to move forward. Throughout Sister Wives Season 19, viewers have been waiting in a dark sense of anticipation as it grew closer to the point where Garrison's tragic passing occurred in the family's lives. Though details haven't been widely shared on Sister Wives, the most recent episode recognized the tragedy and didn't hold back with emotion. Kody and Robin, who spent the majority of the episode together, were open about how difficult it felt being estranged from Garrison at the time of his death. While Kody was a bit more reserved than some viewers expected, it was clear that he was overwhelmed with grief and emotion about losing his son. The family patriarch spent time in the episode sharing his feelings, which could create a major shift in the way he's thinking about his relationship with his kids overall. Garrison's passing could push Kody to consider exploring rebuilding his relationships with his family as a whole. If there's one lesson Kody Brown should take from Sister Wives Season 19, it's this: family doesn't wait forever. This season, more than any other, has made it painfully clear that his relationships with many of his children are fractured, if not completely broken. The drama between the wives has always been center stage, but now it's the kids, the ones who once saw Kody as a larger-than-life father figure, who are expressing disappointment, distance, and even disillusionment. And honestly, Kody has too much to lose if he doesn't take action now. Throughout the years, viewers have watched the Brown children grow up. From awkward teens navigating polygamist family dynamics to adults carving their own paths, we've seen them all. Some, like Logan and Maddie, have built stable lives far from the chaos of Flagstaff. Others, like Garrison and Gabe, have stayed closer to the emotional heart of the family. And that's where the hurt cuts deepest. The tension between Kody and his sons, particularly with Garrison before his heartbreaking passing, painted a tragic portrait of unresolved conflict. The absence of reconciliation left fans heartbroken and left Kody looking like a man frozen in pride. Season 19 has only magnified this divide. Kody's scenes with his children, when they even exist, are often filled with tension, awkward silences, or one-sided attempts at repair. It's as if he's just now realizing how far the gap has widened. The sobering truth? Time is slipping away. These kids aren't children anymore. They're adults with memories, resentments, and their own growing families. Kody can't afford to keep waiting for the right moment to fix things. That moment is now, or it may never come. The most painful part of watching Season 19 is seeing the emotional walls the kids have built. There was a time when Kody prided himself on being the fun, involved dad, the one who brought energy and adventure to a household full of children. But in recent years, he's become more of a ghost in many of their lives. His focus narrowed, many would say too tightly, on Robyn and her children, creating a wedge that none of the other kids could overlook. The one house dream he used to champion has turned into a family scattered not just by geography, but by emotional distance. And Kody knows it. We see glimpses of it in his confessional interviews, regret flickering behind his eyes, even if he refuses to say the words directly. Maybe it's stubbornness, maybe it's pride, maybe it's the overwhelming weight of failed marriages and broken expectations. But if Kody wants any hope of healing the bonds with his children, he's going to have to drop the defensiveness and start showing some humility. Repairing these relationships won't be easy. It will mean confronting hard truths, acknowledging where he went wrong, listening instead of lecturing, and taking accountability without deflecting. Some bridges may already be burned, but others are still smoldering, waiting for a sign that he cares enough to rebuild. It's not about grand gestures. It's about being consistent, honest, and vulnerable. 3 things Kody has struggled with when it comes to emotional intimacy with his kids. Let's be honest. The wives may come and go, but the legacy Kody leaves with his children is forever. These are the people who will carry his name, his stories, his impact. If he fails to mend those relationships, he risks becoming a cautionary tale in his own family narrative, someone who built a massive household only to lose it piece by piece through emotional neglect and poor communication. Kody has too much to lose. Not just in the number of kids, he has 18 after all, but in the richness of what those relationships could be. Imagine being at a family reunion years from now and realizing half the kids didn't show up. Imagine missing out on weddings, births, holidays, and milestones because of pride. That's not just sad, it's preventable. Season 19 offered moments where Kody could have reached out, where he could have swallowed his pride and said, "I miss you. I want to do better." Instead, we often saw him retreating, blaming, or claiming he didn't know how to move forward. But being a father isn't about having all the answers. It's about showing up, even when it's uncomfortable. Especially when it's uncomfortable. We saw Janelle's heartbreak as she tried to advocate for her sons while navigating her own estrangement from Kody. We watched Cristin, now happily remarried, still voice concern for her children's relationships with their father. Mary, always on the sidelines, has watched Kody become a stranger to many of the kids she helped raise. And Robyn, though closer to Kody than ever, can't ignore the widening canyon between him and the rest of the family. None of the wives can fix this for him. It has to come from Kody.